Hello children, good evening. Hello class 9 children. Today is my second video about India's size and location. I think everybody is well, everybody is staying at home and safe at home, also to be sanitized properly to your hand, as well as make your family members give your help wherever needed. Please help them, right? So I think we can expect it that much from our children. I think you're very responsible ones. So, and I think last previous video you don't have any doubt. If you have any type of doubt or any word you have not understood, so please let me know, because I am also new. I also don't know you. You also don't know me. So better we have to interact with each other. I think everybody, I have asked it in the group, but nobody has been given any doubt because I have not given any question. But today I will give some inside questions and backside questions. What you will do, you will write it down in your geography copy, children, and that to be checked after whenever school will reopens. So for that we will start our introduction. Last day I just take a one small recapitulation of yours topic, India size location, first chapter of it. For that day I have started the chapter, and I think India's size up to size I have already been done. And wherever the and children, one more thing, that whenever you are sitting in to watching the videos, some cases you will get whenever book to be with you, should be with you, as well as whenever some difficult words will come, I will tell the meaning of it, and beside there the difficult words you will write it down, so it will be easier for you for learning also. And if the word has been twisted, will be twisted, or something else has to be given, so that you can also able to find it out easily. Okay, so let's start. Today we will start the portion, that subtopics, India and the world. Okay, the Indian landmass has a centrally located, that I have already said that centrally located means India is located in the center position of Eastern Asia as well as Western Asia. India is the central part, so that is why it has been told as central location. And it is the India has a southward extension of Asian continent. And one more thing I need to tell you here, India also called as a subcontinent. Subcontinents are that type of landform. The definition I will tell you. If you want to note it down, you can. Subcontinents are that type of landform wherever whichever has been a part of main continent, like Asia. India is a part of Asia, but which has been divided from main continent through some physical divisions. The physical divisions or physical boundaries, the physical boundaries or divisions can be anything, like it can be water body, it can be mountains, it can be the rivers, it can be the larger volcanoes, anything it can be, right? So whatever, whichever has been dividing the landmass from the main continent, the physical divisions is called the subcontinent. Okay, so that is why we will not tell India as a main continent of Asia, we will tell it as a subcontinent. And later on part, some special features of India we have, that later on part whenever I will teach, that time I will discuss with you. Okay children, now next, and here one more thing I need to tell you, Asia, the Trans-Indian Ocean route. Trans-Indian Ocean route means through Indian Ocean route. Trans means two wise, means both the wise, the ocean routes has been located. One we can go through the North America, another we will go through the Australia also. So it has been called the Trans-Asian route, right? Provide the strategic location of India. Strategic location means very prominent one. Strategic, beside the strategic you will write down the special one or the very prominent one. Okay, if the question has come, question will come that how India has got the strategic location, that you will answer like this way only, nicely. I think now you will able to answer. Now get back. The Deccan Plateau produces into Indian Ocean and helping India establish close contact with the West Asia. West Asia, definitely Western Asia has a larger continents and larger part also, and Indians that Deccan Plateau, whichever is located in the Indian Ocean, which is very easy to western part to connect, right? And Africa, Europe from western coast, and with southeast as East Asia and eastern coast. So it has been connecting, that location has been said. No other country has a long coastline like India. India, we have some benefit like both the ways, the Deccan Plateau, the India last portion, peninsula portion, the last portion, whichever called the peninsula. I will tell you the definition also. This peninsular portion, it has been located in the both side the coastline a long broad coastline. One will be eastern side, whatever it is located, it will be called as a eastern coast. Western side, whatever the coasts are located, these are coming under the western coast. They are also having subdivisions. Okay children, now no other country has a long coastline like Indian Ocean. India has a, indeed it is Indian eminent position. If the question has been asked why India has got the eminent position in the world, you have to answer like this way. It has the close contact with Eastern Asia, Western Asia, as it is with, it has a long coastline. These are the two proper reasons. Okay children, now we justify the naming after Indian Ocean. Another thing, you can also able to find it out that India has been named according to the Indian Ocean has been, this water body has been named according to the country's name, because it is just located after the country. That is why it has been a close contact, means it has been just adjacent part. Adjacent part means whichever joins. So that is why these water body has been named as the Indian Ocean. Okay children, now we will get back. Here one graph has been given that you have to see it, and also it is with some map works are coming from this chapter, page number 3, NCERT book. I will do it whenever school will reopen with you. Okay, I will practice it because I don't have now map skill book and all, so I will not provide, and as it is with you will not able to understand. You will have so much of doubt, and by this way I will not able to clear it out. So better whenever we will meet, that time only we will do, so it will be easier for us, right? So page number 3 we mark it that you have to do it, right, for map work. Next, just turn the page. I am turning the page. India's contacts with the world have continued through the ages, and relationships through the land routes are much older than the maritime contacts. Acha, Indian land route, I will tell you from the beginning time, whenever there was a Ashoka, there was a Chalukyas, Cholas. I think everybody is knowing about the history, but I am knowing very little bit, so please that you spare me for that if I said something wrong. So some of the kingdoms, those who are having very extended part means the land, whichever different type of kingdoms we have before according to the history we know that. So what we know, it has a land relation with the other countries very much earlier also. From European countries we are connected through the landways. China we are connected with through the landways also. And maritime contacts means that through the oceanic route it is connecting with the other countries and other continents also. Okay, so land contacts are much older than the water contacts. Maritime contacts is the marine oceanic contacts. Understood children? Now can we move on? I think yes. Achha. How we will contact with the other countries, like some passes means the narrow path which is connecting the two continents or two countries is called the passes. In geographical language it has been called the passes. Underline there. If you want to write the definition, you can also write it down by doing the rewind the video. Okay, I will tell you the slowly this definition. Passes are the narrow path or the way whichever connecting the two continents or the two countries. Okay, these are the various passes across the mountains of the north have provided the passages to ancient travelers. Ancient travelers means Fahian, Huensang. These are the two very much well-known foreign pilgrimage. Those who Chinese pilgrimage, I will tell you better. So the Megasthenes, the Greek philosopher. So these are the people, how they have been came to India. They have came through the land routes. How they have been contact with India, they have been came through the this type of passes which is interconnecting the countries. Okay children, so travelers, these are the travelers. While the ocean restricted such interactions for longer time, I will going to be mentioned. Suppose in the oceans we are having 3 oceans, okay, but oceans in some parts, oceans don't have any boundaries children, okay, but then how could we know that these are the portion of India, these are the ocean portion of these other countries, right? For that problem, for to sort it out, that what to be done, some measurement has been done, means some boundaries, some areas has been kept for national boundaries as well as the international boundaries, okay. Up to there, the Indian Navy, we know that they are taking care of it, the borders, right? After that, anybody can free to move, okay. So there are some restrictions will be there. So next we will move on. The routes have contributed in the change of ideas and commodities. Change of ideas, these routes means whenever the foreign travelers has come, they have given different ideas, different philosophies they have been given, they have been taken so much of knowledges from our kingdom, from our different type of kings, right? The ideas of the Upanishads and Ramayana, the stories of Panchatantra, Indian numericals and decimal system could reach many part of the world. Acha, we have some rich culture, we have some rich education system also from the earlier time only, like Veda, Upanishad, like numerical system whichever has been started from India, as well as the Ramayana, Mahabharata. These are the so many rich, means these are the, what I will tell you, these are the very novel things whichever after coming so many travelers, they have been taken so many knowledge and they have been getting back to their country, okay. So the another thing, whatever we are reaching, especially whatever we have in our country, another will be very much important. I think you know better that India has been called as the spice garden of the world, right? Why to be called? Because in Kerala and some Nilgiri hills, some parts there, and Karnataka also some portions, mostly the spices has been grown, okay. Spices means the cardamom, the cinnamon, the cloves, the saffron also India is giving also, and another one is pepper, black pepper, and coffee, cocoa. These are the expensive things, and also with the turmeric also in the spices it is coming. So for that people are also coming for collecting it for their business purposes, right? Spices, and another will be muslin. I think children you are knowing better than from Bangladesh. Before, whenever India partition was there, before the partition, that time Bangladesh was included over in our India only, and that time a special type of thin cloth, very fine type of quality of cloth, which is called the muslin, Dhaka, which has been mainly constructed in the Dhaka. So that has been also to be a very good quality, and whichever has been just has been forwarded to through the Chinese pilgrim, through the different type of travelers to the other countries also they are coming for it, okay. And other merchandise were taken from India in the different country. Merchandise means those who are doing the business, they are taking the raw materials, like Surat and Gujarat area, they are taking the raw materials of cotton, whichever very high quality we have, right? So that can be for business purposes, they are the merchants, the businessmen were taking it and they are going to the other countries also. On the other hand, the influence of Greek sculpture, sculpture means their structures, and the architectural styles, domes, minarets. Minarets means those were the very long one, like Qutub Minar we have, like Shahid Minar we have. These are the called minarets, right? I think you better know. Asia can be seen in the different parts of the world, so they have been it mostly has been seen in the Asia, and they have taken this, means we have adapted this type of structure, their architecture, this type of good thing we have taken and we have applied it in our country also, okay. Now we will learn about the Indian neighbors. Neighbors means those who are the neighboring countries in India. we are staying, the surrounding part, whatever the countries are there, that you have to learn it, because sometimes questions are coming. Another questions I will give you, that why India has been called the that India's neighbors. Let we get back, because let I finish the topics, then only I will give the questions. It will be easier for you also. India occupies an important strategic position to the South Asia. India has 29 states. I think now it is 28, and Union territories will be 9. Right, children? I think you know better. Jammu Kashmir as well as the Ladakh has been included again to the Union territory. Right. States has become 28. Union territories. So it was the earlier book, that is why it has been given. If you want to rectify, you can. India shares its land boundaries. Land boundaries with which countries it shares? It shares with the Pakistan, Afghanistan in the northwest. Northwest means this side. I think I will going to tell you this side. Northwest Pakistan, Afghanistan will be there. In the north east, China will be there, Tibet also, and in the northeastern part, Bhutan also will be there, and in the southern part, Bangladesh is also there, southeastern part, right, and Myanmar also there also, and southern part it shares its boundary with Sri Lanka, north and Myanmar, Bangladesh in the east. Our southern neighbors across the sea up to island continents. Island continents are there, namely what they are, namely Sri Lanka and Maldives. Maldives are also located over this side, right? This side only, Sri Lanka and Maldives, which are located totally in the water bodies. Right, children? Next, we will call what we will do. Sri Lanka, which is separated from India by a narrow channel which is called Park Strait and Gulf of Mannar. Well, Maldives Islands are situated in the south of the Lakshadweep. South of the Lakshadweep, if you see the position, there also you can find it out that Lakshadweep, wherever Lakshadweep located, just south of it, the Maldives has been located, right? Now we will get back. India has a long, strong geographical and historical links with the other neighbors, right? Look at the physical map of India, we have already seen, right? So that will be, the chapter is very small but is very informative also. Okay, children, so better we will do it very nicely. Your homework will be, I will tell you the homework. The all 5 MCQs, all 5 the MCQs you have to do, as well as the question number 2 also you have to do. Question number 2 and this chapter, first chapter, all the MCQs as well as the question number 2 you have to do it, children. Okay, and map work we will do later on part, and the rest of the other questions I will discuss, then only you will write it down. Okay, children. Okay, so today our topics is over. Today our portion was small. If you have, again I am telling, if you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime through call, through that WhatsApp, whatever in the group, but you please interact, right? Then I will feel very happy that you are becoming a part with, you are just collaborating with me, right, children? Thank you so much and stay safe.